Hi, welcome to Paranormal Kativity. Today I want to talk to you guys about the 13 Trolls of Christmas, also sometimes called the Yule Lads and a few other different variations of that. But they're a very old Icelandic story of little trolls that had some very kind of scary things that they would do around the holidays. So originally, they were very much in the same vein as Santa in some ways, and Krampus, where there's some darker origins to these beings. Essentially, they would go around and terrorize people and steal from them, and they just were some little bad dudes. And over time, that story was adapted to be part of other holiday traditions where now they're seen more as like little trolls that leave you either gifts of something nice if you've been good that year, or naughty gifts if you've been bad, like a rotten potato. Now with these 13 trolls, they all are named very much in the same way that like the 7 dwarves of Snow White were named, where their name is essentially what they're up to and what they're like. So I'm gonna go over the different trolls of Christmas. There's Sheepcoat Claude, who basically terrorizes sheep and has peg legs. You have Gully Gawk, who hides in gullies or ditches and watches to see when the opportunity will strike for him to go and steal cow's milk. There's Stubby, which would probably be me as one of these, which is just the short one. And the other thing that Stubby does is he eats the leftover crust from different pie pans that are laying around. Then there's Spoon Licker. I feel kind of bad for Spoon Licker because that's all he eats is the little bit of leftovers on spoons, which is why in drawings he's depicted as incredibly malnourished. Pot Scraper is always the one grabbing leftover pots and scraping them clean. Bowl Licker, I mean, you can see a kind of trend here, likes to lick bowls that he's stolen from people, but with Bowl Licker, he'll hide under your bed until you fall asleep and then go find it. Door Slammer is the one that'll slam doors in the house in the middle of the night. Skyr Gobbler is one that is obsessed with skyr, which is a similar product to yogurt. But in my head, he's basically like Cookie Monster, and like anytime he's seeing this stuff, he just goes kind of crazy. Sausage Swiper probably has the best name. And what he does is he hides in the rafters, and when you're smoking sausage, he will just steal them. Window Peeper seems like a real creepster. Peeping in windows and trying to see what kind of things you have around the house that he could steal. Door Sniffer has probably the scariest name in my opinion, and is depicted in the scariest way because he's just got a giant nose that he uses to sniff out specific types of bread. The one with the most traditional horror movie sounding name would be Meat Hook, and he just goes and steals your meat using a hook. And then there's Candle Stealer, and Candle Stealer will follow children down hallways, steal their candles, and eat them. Now each of these 13 different trolls appears one night at a time, starting with 13 days before Christmas, all the way up until Christmas Eve. And the Christmas Eve one is the Candle Stealer one, which kind of makes me think maybe he's stealing the candles so kids can't see what Santa's up to, and that one kind of makes sense to me. The rest of them, I have no clue. So where did these trolls come from? In their origin story, it's said that they actually have parents who live up in the mountains, a mom and a dad, and that the mom is very, very scary. What she likes to do is sneak down from the mountain and scare kids who've been bad, and if they've been really bad, she likes to take them back to her cave and cook them and eat them. The dad is kind of boring. He just kind of hangs out in the cave and is kind of dim-witted and lazy. Ultimately, I came across this story just with a genuine interest for it and a curiosity. I really wonder if the Trolls of Christmas are going to be like the next incarnation of how Krampus came back, an old-timey story from the holiday season where we need some new characters for horror movies. I could totally see the 13 Trolls of Christmas or the Yule Lads, or however they want to market it, being a horror movie. I really liked this story. I was trying to find different scary stories to go over. I know Krampus has been big the last couple years and I still haven't seen the movie fail, I know, and I still really want to see it. And there's actually a haunted house somewhat near me that's doing a Christmas time themed one where they're doing like a Krampus themed haunted house, and I really want to go. It sounds amazing. But I think this might be the next old-timey history kind of story from the holiday season that has a resurgence in horror. So I kind of wanted to know what you guys thought. Do you think this has the potential to be like a horror movie entourage cast for a scary movie during December? Because I really think it could, and I would totally watch it. Thank you so much to Jason Riddle and all of my amazing Patreon peeps for helping me to be able to make videos for you guys, because I love doing it and they like to help me do it. So thank you to all of you guys. Thank you to everybody who's taken the time to watch my video. If you have a sec and want to hit the thumbs up, that'd be pretty baller. If you don't, that's okay. That's fine too. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't yet and turn on notifications. That way you get notified every time that I upload. I'm Kat, and this is Paranormal Kativity. Have a strange day. Bye!